Morning, friends. We have just finished at the dog park because I took the morning off. Lily is going completely bazonk. Bazonk? Is that even a word? Bazonker? Bonkers. That's what I was looking at. And berserk. Bazonk. I made a new word. Anyway, so there she is running with another dog. Hi, babe. She decided to cool off by getting in the getting in the mud, but she refuses to get in the water. It's just wonderful. So anyway, we're gonna head back and I'm gonna get working on my stuff. Right? All right. Back when I'm a little bit less sweaty. Not much, but a little. Well, I have officially cleaned out my closet. So don't worry, there's no skeletons. There were a couple of things that I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this. It took me a while to go through it. Not gonna lie. So it's day 3 and I have just got done moving all of the stuff that was in my closet out. You see the spots where the box prints were. Those are blankets. I'm gonna fold those and put those in the bathroom. Ribbons and stuff, I'm gonna go through and get rid of that, or not get rid of it, but organize it a little bit because there's a lot of strings and whatnot. Those are gonna stay up there. Those are plate containers because yes, I have plates that I'm going to hang up in my Harry Potter room, and they do have cats on them. Anyway, so yeah, honestly, it was kind of emotional. I found a journal that I wrote in. I started writing when I just graduated high school, and it featured past boyfriends. It featured when I first met my husband and like the emotions and everything that I had in there. So that was really, really cool, especially since we just celebrated our 13th wedding anniversary yesterday. I found prom pictures, prom cups. You guys remember, glasses, like you'd be like, prom glasses. Oh, you got to get your prom glasses, like a martini glass or a beer stein. Really? We are 18. We don't need that. Anyway, so that was interesting. I also found some stuff of my grandmother's. So for instance, because she has passed away, and I was very close with her, this is kind of fun. This is a family tree thing that I made for her. So I'm going to update it because it doesn't have my nephew on it and it doesn't have my youngest daughter on it. So I'm going to update it and probably make one that's like my whole family on my husband's side as well. Grandparents and then moving down. I think that would look neat. So I got to try to see if I can find that tree again, and do that. But stuff like that, it's really emotional. I found a coaster that one of my good friends, or one of my husband's good friends, who became one of my good friends, made for him. So, and then I find a bag of Barbie clothes. I'm not kidding. Barbie clothes. I found a box, a tote that said Cherie to hold. Okay. This was in it. So no Barbies. I think they're still at my parents' house if my dad hasn't sold them already. But Barbie clothes. And I'm talking like, the 80s Barbies. I mean, seriously. Look at this pretty dress, honestly. So I think it's probably time. My daughter turns 5 on Saturday. I think it might be time, if my dad can find my old Barbies, to give her some of my old Barbies, and I can get her some of the dresses that I had. Like there's somewhere in here, there's like the Princess Belle dress. There's handmade dresses, like this one was made, definitely 80s right there with the hot pink and the blue. But anyway, it's just so neat to go through those and kind of get that emotional kind of like, oh, I remember when I was young playing with Barbies, not caring about anything and boys and, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, and then we get to the other side of things in my professional life, where I found a box of old t-shirts. This is a t-shirt that we designed when I was teaching speech and theater and debate. And it was just neat to, I don't know, I mean, this whole box is filled with Clinton Cardinals stuff when I used to teach down in Clinton. So it's just really cool to have that kind of nostalgia. I'm going to keep these shirts. I'm going to make a t-shirt quilt out of it sometime. But it's still been in the box. They're all still good. There's stuff from when I was teaching, when I was in high school, or not high school, but in the theater department and my college. So yeah, it's cool. So as you can see, the bed has stuff on it that I'm going to keep. It's got, you know, a pile of canvases and, you know, my cross stitch stuff. This is a quilt that I started working on for my husband when he was deployed, and haven't finished it. I'm about halfway done, but I want to finish it so I can get rid of this tote, or not tote, get rid of it, but, you know, empty it out. I found this that I made for Juliet last year. So I need to kind of hang on to that and find a place to put that. I found old scrapbooks. Seriously, this was very emotional, but cleansing, I guess. I also, I'm kind of climbing over empty boxes and things here. But this whole tote right here is going. I'm getting rid of it. I don't need it. Everything in there. There's like huge glue sticks in there. I don't even have a glue gun that fits those glue sticks. You know what I mean? So getting rid of it. Those two totes over there. Now, any of you may or may not remember, I went through a phase where I collected masks, all different kinds of masks. And I do still have some hanging up in my current office at my work, but I just haven't done anything with them since I moved back from teaching. When I was teaching, they were up in my classroom. So they were up along the wall and they were beautifully displayed. But then I put them in a tote and I forgot about them until today when I'm like, oh yeah. So I went through them all, and yes, they all mean something, but did they spark joy? So after going through them, I picked out a few that I want to keep, that I know specifically who gave them to me or where I got them, and I'm keeping those. The rest of them, goodbye. Thank you, goodbye. One of my proudest ones is this guy. Some people might think it's terrifying, but I think it's gorgeous. I got this when my husband and I were on our honeymoon in Florida. So, I mean, just, you know, stuff like this, you kind of forget about. I got this one from my best friend Miranda. She got it from Venice, Italy. I love cats, I love music, and I mean, you could see the detail on it. It's beautiful. So, you know, I mean, and I have a couple other ones that I'm keeping too. You know, this one was from my friend, or one of my teacher friends, Kate. Her daughter, I believe, got this for me when she went to Venice, Italy. It's just so cool to have these kind of parts of history. And then I've got other ones like this one, this really pretty, I got this one in 2011. I have a little tag thing on the back, when my husband was in training, for basic training, and I got it from Tombstone, Arizona. So it's just, you know, like, it's neat. It's really neat, to have that kind of nostalgia that I can keep. And all of this, I know where it's going to go. It's not going to go in a box. It's going to go upstairs in my office on my art wall. I feel like that'll be good to kind of fill in those gaps where the other canvases are. So yeah, I feel really accomplished. I feel really tired though. So it's lunchtime. I'm going to take a break and leave all this stuff here. And I will come back after lunch and start putting it in there. The good news is I've got these empty totes that I showed you yesterday, that I will move and kind of organize my things and put it in there. So day 3, off to a good start. Went to the dog park, went by to get my coffee. Lily is pooped upstairs. She hasn't even made it downstairs yet. She's just like, I ain't moving, which is great. So yeah, and I found a couple other art projects and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had this. So yeah, my list of craft things just keep getting longer, even though I already have all the materials. So maybe tomorrow I won't do any cleaning. My husband is off tomorrow, and I know we want to do a couple of things around the house, but I might just craft. I might say, here, you can go through this room and you can go through that room. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go get lunch and I'm going to finish going through all this and put it away. I'll see you soon. End of day 3. I am done moving everything into the closet. I have one more box left, but I haven't gone through that. That didn't come from my office. So I'll go through that tomorrow. It is 4:15, I think. I'm tired. Today was a good day. So let's see what I did. All right, so in my closet, I've got canvases and picture frames, shadow boxes that I kind of have, you know, for things. I've got some storage bins. I've got those. They're not actually labeled what they were because that's with my old place. So this is now organized. I've got my sewing stuff there. I've got some of my ribbons and some wreaths and some sign thingies there. This is the quilt, my yarn stuff, a whole bunch of vinyl and iron-on rolls, fabric. And then that is a project that I will be working on this weekend. And then there's my paintbrushes. And up top, this is all my faux flower stuff. I've got my t-shirts that I moved in there. It's not canned goods, I promise. I still have my 4 ribbon bins, plus the plate holders or whatever in that corner. And then I've got all of this here. I've got my boxes that I do, my dry erase boards, and all of these are filled up. Some of them are empty, which is awesome, and some of them have room to grow. So now my room actually looks like a room. That's the one last box I have to go through, but again, it's mostly things that I will get rid of. And then I just have to hang up my cat plates. Yes, you see this right. With my plate racks, which will go above there. And that's it. I filled up some of this, and I've got some of my own books, collections, some little fun little trinkets and things. And then down here, I found some pictures from when I was in high school on homecoming court. And that was a great time. I had a great time with my date. And yeah, so I wanted to share and showcase that. So that's it. I don't know if I'll actually get to do a video tomorrow or Friday, but I at least got to do a video for the first 3 days. If you get to see one for Thursday and Friday, then it's just a bonus. So yeah, trying to declutter it as best as I can with 2 little ones under the age of 5. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching and for following me throughout the week. I hope that this inspires you. I hope this makes you feel motivated for things that you can do during the day while you're quarantined at home, or while you're on vacation or a staycation or whatever, or on the weekend. Whatever floats your boat, trips your trigger, or raises your flag. Some of my viewers will understand where that came from. Throwback from high school. That's right, high school. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed documenting this. I enjoyed being a part of whatever life that you have. I hope it's a good one, and you stay safe and enjoy what time you have left for the rest of the quarantine or whatever for all this COVID stuff. So be safe, be healthy, stay positive. All right, I will see you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.